Good morning students. Welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Pimitra. I am here again to teach you. The topic is admission of a partner, and subtopics which we will cover in this slide, in this video, are full-fledged question regarding admission of a partner and revision of all the 4 capital adjustments. Okay, so let's start our session by solving question number 90 from your textbook. So 2 partners are there, A and B. Profit sharing ratio is 3:1. C joins the firm for 1/4 share. So for the calculation of capital adjustment, we need new ratio. Consider the total share of partnership firm be 1. Remaining share, that is 1 minus 1/4, 3/4. Okay, so A's new ratio would be equal to 3/4 into 3/4 means old ratio into remaining share, 9/16. B's new ratio again 1/4, B's old ratio multiplied by remaining share, that is 3/4. So answer is 3/16, and new partners ratio it is given as 1/4. To make the denominator equal, that is 16, multiply 1/4 by 4/4, so 4/16. So new profit sharing ratio among A, B and C is 9:3:4. That is their new ratio. So sacrificing ratio in this question would be same as of old ratio. Old ratio was 3:1. New partner is admitted in fractional form and no such other information is given. So sacrificing ratio would be 3:1. Clear? Now some adjustments are given regarding goodwill and capital. First journal entry which will be passed is cash account DR to new partners capital account to premium for goodwill account. The amount of capital of new partner is not given, while the amount of premium which he brings into the partnership concern is 16,000. Okay, amount of capital we need to find. Second entry would be premium for goodwill account DR to sacrificing partners capital account, that is to A's capital account to B's capital account. Amount of premium was 16,000 and to be distributed in sacrificing ratio, that is in the ratio of 3:1. So 12,000 to first partner and 4,000 to second partner. Clear? After that, after the completion of working note, we have to make revaluation account. Particulars, amount, particulars, amount. So in revaluation account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. First adjustment which is given in the adjustment itself is bad debt amount to rupees, bad debt amount to rupees 3,000, and provision which is given in the question itself is of rupees 2000. 2000 is the amount of provision which is already being deducted from the amount of debtor. So 2000 provision is already being made and there is a bad debt of 3000. So the actual loss on debtors is of rupees 1000, as bad debt is of rupees 3000 and old provision which is given in the question itself is rupees 2000. So there is an actual loss of 1000 to be placed on the debit side of revaluation account. Next is market value of investment is market value of investment. It is given as rupees 4500. Clear? In the above balance sheet, the investment was of rupees 7000. Investment given in the question of rupees 7000 and investment fluctuation reserve rupees 4100. It is also given in the question. Now see students, investment of a book value of 7000 is given in the question. Okay, investment fluctuation reserve on the liability side it is given 4100, which means that if there is any fluctuation in the value of investment, the balancing figure is to be adjusted through its reserve, as reserve is already being made. Okay, now market value of investment which is given in the adjustment is rupees 4500. So 7000 minus 4500, so there is a loss of 2500. Clear? 7000 minus 4500, there is a loss of 25, which is to be adjusted from its reserve itself, that is 4100. So 4100 minus 2500, which is the amount of loss, amount being 1600, balancing figure is 1600. Now this amount of 1600 is to be distributed as investment fluctuation reserve in partners capital account in their respective old ratio. One more time, investment of a book value of 7000 is given, market value of investment which is given in the adjustment is 4500. So 4500 should be deducted from the actual value of investment, cost price of investment of 7000. Balancing figure is 2500, which means that this amount of 2500 is to be posted on the debit side of revaluation account if investment fluctuation reserve is not given in the question. This is, I hope this is clear to all. But in this question, investment fluctuation reserve is given of rupees 4100. So the loss of 2500 is to be firstly adjusted from this reserve. So deduct 2500 from 4100. Balancing figure would be 1600. Now this 1600 is to be distributed between the partners, between partners A and B in their respective old ratios. So there is no effect on revaluation account of investment. Clear? One more adjustment is there, that is workman compensation reserve. Workman compensation reserve which is given in the balance sheet of rupees 6000, and adjustment in regard to workman compensation reserve is now, it is estimated as at rupees 2000. Again, calculate the difference. This workman compensation reserve is to be placed in new balance sheet. Now the difference amount, that would be 6000 minus 2000, that is 4000. Now this 4000 is to be distributed between the partners in old ratio, and 2000 which is now it is being estimated. Now this 2000 is to be placed on the liability side of new balance sheet. Clear? So no other informations are given, no other adjustments are given. Make the total right here as by loss on revaluation. Two partners are there, A and B. Distribute the amount of loss between A and B. 1000 would be the total of credit side, 1000 debit side. A and B in their respective old ratios. 750 to first partner, 250 to second partner. 1000 multiplied by 3 by 4, 1000 multiplied by 1 by 4. Clear? After the preparation of revaluation account, next we will make partners capital account. Format particulars A, B, C, particulars A, B, C. So this account is to be starting from credit side by placing their respective capital balances, which were 54,000 and 35,000. So buy balance brought down considering as their opening capital for this year 54,000 and 35,000. Clear? After that, workman compensation reserve, which is given in the above balance sheet of rupees 6,000. 2,000 is now, it is to be estimated at 2,000. So this 2,000 is to be placed where? On the liability side, and this to be distributed in partners capital in their old ratio. So 4,000 should be multiplied by 3 by 4. 3,000 to first partner, 1,000 to second partner. Clear? One more item was there, that is investment fluctuation reserve. Earlier it is being explained that investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 16,000 is to be distributed between the partners in their respective, again in their respective old ratios. So IFR, that would be 1200 and 400. Clear? On the asset side, one more distributable item is there, that is goodwill. This goodwill is to be written off from the books of account. The value of goodwill, old goodwill, which is given in the question, to be distributed in old ratio. So 30,000 is share of A and 10,000 is share of B. Loss of revaluation. Right, to revaluation account 750, 250. One more item is there, that is premium for goodwill. Here premium for goodwill account DR to A's capital to B's capital. So the amount of premium is to be placed on the credit side of A and B. That would be 12,000 and 4,000. Clear class? Now all the necessary information, all the necessary adjustments are being placed in partners capital account for the calculation of C's capital. We need to calculate the amount of C, we need to calculate the proportionate capital of C which he will bring into the partnership concern for his admission. So for this we have to calculate, firstly we have to calculate adjusted capital of all the partners. Calculate A's adjusted capital. That would be equal to 54 plus 3, 57 plus 12, 69 plus 1200, 54,000, 3,000, 1,200 and 12,000. Make the total 70,200 is the total of credit side. Deduct 30,750. So 70200 minus 30750. 39,450. So adjusted capital of A is 39,450. Clear? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 1 minus 2. Balancing figure 39,450 is adjusted capital of A. After that, calculate adjusted capital of B. 35,000 plus 1,000 plus 400 plus 4,000. 40,400 is the total of credit side minus 10,250. 10,000 plus 250. 10,250. $30,150. This is B's adjusted capital. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 1 minus 2. 30,150. Clear? Now make the total. This will be combined capital of A and B. Combined capital of A and B works out at 69,600. Clear now? Now this capital is for how much share? The new partner share was 1 by 4 into the new partnership concern. So what would be the share of A and B? 1 minus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. For 3/4 share, their respective capital is 69,600. Clear? So we need to calculate total capital of the firm. For 3/4 share, their capital is this much. For complete 4 by 3 share, that is of reciprocal of 3 by 4, total capital would be 69,600 multiplied by 4 by 3. Clear? So cancel this. 3 2 is 6, 3 2 0 0. 92,800 is the amount of total capital. How come? 69,600 is the capital for 3/4 share. For the calculation of total capital, 69,600 multiplied by reciprocal of remaining share, that is reciprocal of 3 by 4, 4 by 3. So 92,800. Now you can easily calculate C's capital, as the total capital is 92,800 multiplied by his share, that is 1 by 4. So C will bring 23,200 rupees as his proportionate capital. You can place this amount in this entry, that is 23,200. Clear? Make the total. 39,200 he will bring as his share of capital and as his share of goodwill premium to become a partner into the partnership concern. Now this premium is being cancelled. Once it is credited, in the second entry it is debited. Now entry is cash to C's capital. Write here as by cash account, amount to be placed in C's column, that is 23,200. Clear? Now make the total of all the partners. To balance carried down. Total of credit side that is 54, 57, 69, 70,200. 35, 36, 40, 40,400 and 23,200. Write the same total on the debit side, that is 23,200, 40,400, 70,200 minus closing capital of A would be 39,450, closing capital of B would be 30,150 and closing capital of C would be 23,200. Clear now? 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 minus 2 closing capital. 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 minus 2 closing capital. 1 closing capital. Clear class? After this we'll make balance sheet of new partnership concern after the admission of C. So balance sheet as at 1st April 2020. Liabilities amount, assets amount. Liabilities amount, assets amount. So on the liability side, first liability which is given as employee provident fund, amount which is given in the opening balance sheet is rupees 17,000. No such adjustment was there in this regard, so same amount is to be placed on the liability side. Clear? After that, workman compensation reserve. It is given in the question of rupees 6,000, but 4,000 is already being distributed in partners' capital. Now the value of workman compensation is to be estimated at 2,000 rupees. So we can place the amount 2,000 in new balance sheet. After that, investment fluctuation reserve, which we have already distributed after the deduction of loss from the value of investment. After that, capital balances are given. So capital balances of three partners A, B and C. A's closing capital was 39,450, B's closing capital 30,150 and C's closing capital 23,200. Total was 92,800. Clear? Employee provident fund, workman compensation reserve and capital balances. That's it on the liability side. After that, cash. On the asset side, first item is cash. So cash of rupees 6,100 is given. Cash of rupees 6,100 and new partner brings 39,200 cash. 39,200. Now the actual cash balance which is available in the partnership firm is 43,300. 6,100 previous balance plus 39,200 which new partner brings into the partnership concern, that is of capital and of premium. So 39,200 plus 6,100, 45,300 is placed on the asset side of new balance sheet. After that, stock is given. Stock of value of 15,000. So no adjustment was there. 15,000 same amount is to be placed on the asset side. Debtors. The amount of debtor which is given as rupees 50,000 in the balance sheet. 2,000 provision. Rupees 2,000 provision is already being made. So 50,000, 2000 old provision which is already being given in the question, and the actual amount which was given of debtor in the balance sheet was 48,000. And now there is a loss as bad debt which is given in the adjustment of rupees 1000. So 1000 is to be deducted from the amount of debtor. Now the actual amount of debtor would be 47,000. After debtors, investment is given. So investment which is given in the question is of rupees 7,000. Is of rupees 7,000. And market value of investment which is given in the adjustment is rupees 4,500. So there was a loss of 2,500 which is already being adjusted through investment fluctuation reserve, and the balance amount is distributed in partners capital. Now we need to write the market value only. The market value of investment, that is 4,500. Now after that make the total of asset side and liability side. We will make the total. Total of liability 17 plus 2 plus 92 800. 111 800. On the asset side 45,300, 15,000, 47,000 and 4,500. Make the total. One 800. Total of asset is equal to the total of liability side. I hope question is clear. Okay. Now we'll do quick revision regarding all the 4 capital adjustments. So 4 capital adjustment I have divided into 4 parts. So capital adjustment. Firstly, they are classified into 2 parts, that is on the basis of new partners capital, and secondly on the basis of old partners capital. Is this clear? Complete capital adjustment are categorized into only 2 categories. First one is on the basis of new partners capital, and second one is on the basis of old partners capital. Now again, in this 2 types of treatments are there. First one is which will be adjusted through cash and through current account. In this capital adjustment, balancing figure is either to be adjusted through cash account or through current account. Is this clear? And according to new old partners capital, again these capital adjustment is broadly categorized into 2 categories. Firstly, by combined capital or by total capital or proportionate capital. Now students, see, on the basis of new partner's capital. For example, first condition which is given is on the basis of new partner's capital through cash account or through current account. Suppose new partner's capital which is given as rupees 1 lakh. He will bring 1 lakh rupees as his share of capital into the partnership concern. Clear? So, firstly, and he is having, for example, 1/4 as his profit sharing ratio. So, firstly, we need to calculate total capital on the basis of new partner's capital. The base in this is new partner's capital. So, total capital of the firm would be equal to 1 lakh into 4 by 1. Simply you can multiply by the reciprocal of new partner's share, as in this the base is new partner's capital. So new partner's share, reciprocal of new partner's share is 4 by 1. Total capital we can easily find as rupees 4 lakh. Now this 4 lakh is multiplied by their respective new ratios. So 4 lakh multiplied by new ratio of A, 4 lakh multiplied by new ratio of B, 4 lakh multiplied by new ratio of C. Whatsoever the amount will be, these star can be placed on the debit side of partner's capital account. These would be considered as their closing capitals. Clear? Balancing figure. Now some account is not being balanced in this case, in all the cases in fact. Okay, so for balancing the account, this is case 1A. If it is stated, it is mentioned in the question that balancing figure is to be adjusted by opening cash account, then balancing figure is to be made by opening cash account by writing either to cash or by cash in particulars column. What would be the amount of balancing figure of two partner, either to cash or by cash? Clear? In adjustment second, now remember one thing, the cash, it means that the cash which can be considered as the balancing figure of partner's capital account, if cash is placed on the credit side, it means that partner will bring that much amount into the partnership concern. So this hash or this hash is to be added to the cash balance, cash which is given in the balance sheet, cash balance. The amount of hash, this hash is to be added to cash balance. Clear? And if it is being placed on the debit side as to cash, so these hash you can consider hash 1, hash 2, hash 2. So this hash 2 is to be deducted from cash book balance. Clear? Now second, that is case capital adjustment 1B. How to solve this capital adjustment? Through current account. So in place of cash account, you can replace it by opening current account. Okay. So in place of cash account, you can write to current account. Accounting treatment is same. Hash 2, balancing figure. On the credit side also, write here as by current account hash 1. Clear? Again, hash 1, hash 2. Both are the balancing figures of partner's capital. Now these current accounts, either hash 2 or hash 1. After this, what you will make? Balance sheet. And this is debit side, this is credit side of partner's capital. Just below this partner's capital, you will make balance sheet. Asset side, liability side. If the balancing figure of current account, for example, A's current account, A, B, C, A, B, C. For example, A's current account is having debit balance. Balancing figure is to be placed on the debit side of A's current capital account. So, just below this, you will make liability side. You can place the amount that is hash 2 on the liability side of balance sheet. Okay. For example, hash 1 is the balancing figure of partners B's capital account. Okay. So you have already written by current account, that is hash 1 in on the credit side of B. So just below, just after this, asset side will be appearing in the solution. So this current account is to be placed on the asset side of balance sheet by hash 1 amount. Clear? So these are the two capital adjustment, that is 1A and 1B. 1A is adjusted through cash account and 1B is adjusted through current account. Clear? Now two more capital adjustments are there. In fact, one capital adjustment which will be divided into two parts, that is combined capital and total capital. Now how to solve? In these cases, firstly, just after the preparation of partner's capital, once all the necessary information are being placed either on the credit side or on the debit side of partner's capital, what you will do? Firstly, you will calculate the adjusted capital of A and adjusted capital of B. For example, adjusted capital of A is 1 lakh. After all the necessary adjustments, which means that total of credit side minus total of debit side. Adjusted capital of A is 1 lakh and adjusted capital of B is 50,000. Clear? So firstly you need to make the total, that is 1,50,000, and this would be combined capital of A and B, that is 1,50,000. Again, how to calculate B's adjusted capital? That is total of credit of B minus total of debit of B. Sometimes it is being asked in the question that new partner brings 20% of combined capital of A and B. Now how can you calculate? It is given new partner brings 20% of the combined capital of A and B. So the combined capital of A and B we have already calculated by adding total of credit minus total of debit. Combined capital we have already calculated, that is 1,50,000. So new partner's capital would be equal to 1,50,000, that is combined capital, of means multiply 20%. 20% of combined capital, which means that 20% of combined capital. Combined capital is 150. So that would be equal to 30,000. So in this case, this is on the basis of old partner's capital, as new partner's capital in this capital adjustment is not given in the question. We need to calculate this. We need to calculate the amount of new partner's capital. So in case of combined capital, how to calculate the amount? Combined capital. First you need to calculate combined capital, that is 1,50,000. It is given in the question. New partner brings 20% of the combined capital of old partners. So 150 into 20 upon 100 gives you 30,000 rupees. So this much amount he would bring, which means that one journal entry can be passed, that is cash to new partners capital. I am considering it as C, 30,000 and 30,000. Clear? This is capital adjustment to A. After that, last capital adjustment, that is on the basis of old partner's capital, and it is given in the question that new partner will bring proportionate capital. New partner will bring that much amount of capital into the partnership concern which he is liable to bring for his share only. Okay? For example, his share is 1/4. So he is liable to bring that much amount of portion into the partnership concern which he is liable to pay to the partnership concern, which means that 1/4 only. Again, in this case, you need to calculate first A's adjusted capital, B's adjusted capital. 1,50,000. So total would be 150. This would be combined capital of A and B. We need to calculate total capital first. Total capital of new partnership firm. That would be equal to 1,50,000 multiplied by reciprocal of remaining share. Reciprocal of remaining share. So let the total share be 1. New partner share is 1/4. Remaining share is 3/4. So reciprocal of 3/4 would be 4/3. Clear? So total capital would be equal to 2 lakh rupees. Now you can easily calculate the amount of capital which C shall bring. Total capital, that is 2 lakh multiplied by his original share, that is 1/4, gives you 50,000 rupees. Is this clear? Now you can easily pass one journal entry, that is cash account DR to C's capital account, 50,000, 50,000. Clear? So this is capital adjustment to B. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. 1A is adjusted through cash account, 1B is adjusted through current account. 2A combined capital. It is always given in the question that new partner brings 20%, 30%, 25%, 15% of the combined capital of old partners. Clear? And next one is total capital or proportionate capital. How to calculate proportionate capital? For this, firstly you will add the adjusted capital of both the partners. So combined capital would be 150. So 150 multiplied by reciprocal of remaining partners capital, that is remaining partners share, that is 4/3. This is total capital. After the calculation of total capital, simply you can multiply the total capital by new partner's share, that is 1/4. You can easily get the amount of new partner's capital. I hope complete chapter admission of a partner, admission of a partner is clear to all. No other information, no other topic is left in this chapter. I hope all the videos you are enjoying and you are having the assignment sheets in your ERP. So do solve those assignment sheets on regular basis. Thank you and have a nice day.